Okay, let's start now. What is attention? Because now Ursula von der Leyen is looking for 140 billion euros for funding Ukraine for the next 2 years. And they are looking for 3 different solutions. One of them is to take Russian assets and use them as a loan to Ukraine. And Ukraine will repay in case that Russia pays penalties for war. That means war reparation. But of course, if they don't pay, if they won in this war, then Ukraine will not repay back, and this is Russian money. What is your stand about this?
Well, it's a dangerous development. Let's start with this war is terrible. It's terrible for all the young men that die on the battlefield. Russian young men, Ukrainian young men. And what Putin is doing is really evil. There's no doubt about that. But what the West is doing is not, it's not a matter of, it's not a Hollywood movie where we have the good guys and the bad guys. We have 2 bad guys in this terrible war. It is funded, and what I'm going to say is probably also not very popular, but there are too many people that have advantages in this war. They make huge amount of money and they don't want to stop this war. In the meantime, young men are dying on the battlefield. And this is horrible. We have seen the news last week where the corruption in the Zelensky government was exposed. There was 100 million euros that was taken by 2 ministers from an energy project. They had golden toilet bowls at home. It is really insane that while my son is 24, and if he was on the battlefield while these people are taking advantage of the situation, that's I cannot imagine that. And I also spoke with Ukrainian people directly. They want one thing, I can tell you. They want to stop this war, even if the Donbass is not part of Ukraine anymore. They really want peace. These people want rest. There will be a time now that is so uncertain. The winter is coming. They have no electricity. These people are suffering, and they want to end this war. And then on the other side, we have the European Union, which is looking for 135 billion euros. And that's just to keep on going with this terrible war. When I was in the European Parliament and this war started, then the narrative the first month was, we will win this war, we will win this war. But you have to be honest, Ukraine is not able to win this war. Ukraine has 45 million people, Russia has 150 million people, and they have all the resources that they need to keep on going with this war. Still, it is very evil that Russia invaded a sovereign country. So that I'm not a fan of Putin, absolutely not. But I'm also not a fan of this European Commission that doesn't want to have negotiations and to stop this war. If every time President Trump tries to get a peace deal, the European Union is intervening and disturbing the process. And it's just because too many people make a lot of money. About this, about the assets, the Russian assets that are now available. Belgium was hesitating about this because the money is in Belgium, but it's very bad for the euro, because if you are a country outside of Europe and you are investing in euros instead of dollars, you see a very untrustworthy government, the Commission or the member states that can take away your money. So it's really a problem for our currency, the euro. You have the euro also right now, but for other countries, it must be a reliable currency. You cannot take that away. So all these solutions are really bad, and keep going on with the war. The other option is to have euro bonds that our children and grandchildren are going to suffer for this war machine that this European Commission wants to implement. So all these solutions are terrible, and now there are 28 points on the table, and I hope some of these points are really ridiculous. Putin said we want that Russia is an official language, and we want to reduce the army with 50%, etc. So, but these are negotiations, and I really hope that this time we can come to a deal, and this crazy war is going to stop. And also, you know, the European Union, the Commission, is abusing the situation to create a war economy. And that is industrial politics, which is terrible. We had that 100 years ago also, and we have seen what the end result was. I'm in favor of free markets and an history and this war economy is just a solution for the European Commission to gain more money and more power, but also to implement an EU army, which is also ridiculous. We have NATO, you know, and our defense is a national competence, and we work together with NATO. We don't really need a European army.